Like pretty much you being a little bit extra, you need to like tone it down a few pegs. Hello everyone, my name is T Hunter. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you so much for coming back. So yeah, it's been about a couple weeks since my last video and just gotta be honest, I wasn't sure exactly what to talk about, what type of video I wanted to film. And the last thing that I want to do is just throw something together haphazardly and I'm not enthusiastic about it because that definitely comes across on camera. If I'm just not feeling it, feeling blah, and I don't want to put out content that people aren't interested in. So, disclaimer, as of right now, the smoke detectors are chirping. Yes, I am going to get that taken care of. So, this video won't be that long because I don't want them interfering too much, and I definitely don't want to drive you guys crazy because I do want you to come back for more videos. So let's get into today's topic. Normally, I wait until the season has ended before I weigh in on Married at First Sight. So we are currently in season 13, and I just could not let this whole season pass without commenting on last week's episode, particularly the interaction between Johnny and Bao. So Johnny, his tagline was Life of the Picky Party, and Bao's tagline was Miss High Bar. So they're both coming in, they're pretty selective, they have high expectations for their spouse, high expectations as far as what they want their marriage to look like, what's going to work for them versus what's not. I know on the wedding day, the gift that was given to Bao was wrapped in sports jerseys, and she did not like that because in her mind, she was going to be married to a sports fanatic. And she was thinking, if I'm married to a major diehard sports fan, is he going to have a versatile mindset? She was saying, I wanted a brilliant mind. I wanted a brilliant mind. So her opinion was, y'all gave me a sports fan, so he's going to be like a dumb jock. Not the case. So my advice to her would have just been, girl, give it some time, get to know this person, chill out. Let's meet him first before we write him off as being one thing or another. So this week, I'm definitely having those same chill out, let time give you an opportunity to get to know this person better, giving that same advice for Johnny. So I'm sorry, the last week's episode, they had just got back from the honeymoon and he had told her after having dinner with her, so this was very nice, but I am going to go back to my home, spend the night there. I can't remember if he decided to do that for a night or a couple of nights because he was saying that the honeymoon was stressful for him. And I was thinking, was it stressful because of traveling, especially with all of the COVID restrictions? I'm not sure. But he ended up saying, well, it was stressful because of the sometimes back and forth and the hits and misses that he was having in trying to connect with his wife. Okay, get that. The ego might be a little bit bruised. You gotta take some time to bounce back. Maybe, go in the corner and huddle and figure it out. So on Married at First Sight Unfiltered, there was a statement that he and Bao got into an argument because when they first got into the apartment that they'll be staying in, so the neutral space that the show puts them in for the 8-week social experience, Bao was very excited. She was very pleased with everything that she saw. And so I guess her way of expressing joy with the new space was coming across as very giddy and childlike, and that's a turnoff for Johnny. So he told her, hey, like pretty much you being a little bit extra, you need to like tone it down a few pegs. And that led to an argument, which ultimately resulted in him deciding to spend the night away from their now mutual space together. Okay, so I found that very, very hard to hear when he told Bao in their joint session with Pastor Cal that, there's times where she presents in a way that's childlike. It doesn't get him going. He has a really hard time of he just has a really hard time with the way that she expresses joy. And she was saying, you know, I can understand that that's not a turn on for you. I can understand that maybe that doesn't speak to your love language around passion. However, this is how I express joy. When I am excited about things, when I feel joyous, I can be giddy. And I tend to only do that with a lover whom I trust. So I was like, ugh, this sucks, because he's not saying, hey, I would prefer something, you know, that doesn't go straight for the character, straight for the personality. Like, hey, leave your shoes outside of the front door when you come in the house. Like, that's going to be the house rule or whatever. It's, I don't like the way that you express joy. You come across like a child. You're being mad extra. Stop it. At least that's how I received it. And I was thinking, ooh, okay, that's tough. I'm sure it was tough to say, because there's no gentle way to tell someone, hey, like, when you look joyous and you're experiencing things that you really love and you're passionate about, kind of annoys me. I'm kind of disgusted with you when you're joyous. So dial it back. Thanks. No. We should never allow anyone's extreme preferences or their deal breakers to diminish who we are as a person. This social experience, it is very quick. In 8 weeks, you have to decide if the person you met and married on the same day, if you want to keep them as your spouse for the remainder of your life. 8 weeks, 2 months to make such a huge decision. So you're going to find out things about them really quickly, because this experience is, it's on a fast track. So Johnny admitted, you know, in the past however many years, he had gone on 100 first dates. I don't even want to imagine what that looked like. Like, I was thinking, are you like having breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, dessert, nightcap dates? Like, how are you getting that many? My brain nearly broke when I heard that number, because I was thinking, oh, like, that's a lot of people to meet. So he was saying, when he starts to notice even the slightest hint of a turnoff, he would tend to escape, back out, say, this is not for me, go back to the dating app and try it again. And now he's married, and Bao made a very good point when he said he needed to go and spend the night away from her. She's thinking, well, I can understand that things are tense right now, but we're married. You know, we made this commitment to each other. So why do you get to leave now, this early on in the game? So Johnny's experience of going on 100 first dates reminded me of this one episode of Say Yes to the Dress. One of the dress consultants told a bride, either she told a bride directly or she said this like in her confessional scene, you don't want to get so excited about trying on dresses that you try on a ton of dresses. Because then what ends up happening is they all start to blur together, and then it makes it really hard for you to make that decision as far as which dress is going to be your dress. And I feel like the same thing has happened with Johnny. He has been on so many first dates, and he has had so many experiences of maybe disappointment, rejection, letdown, being turned off by women, that now it seems like the judgment is being clouded a little bit around reality. The reality of dating and marriage is you're not always going to like every single aspect of a person. Now, where you would be justified in writing them off and saying, this is the end of the line for me, is if what they're doing causes major red flags for you. So Bao expressing joy in a childlike state, I don't see that as a red flag. Now, if we saw some other character flaw, like as say if they were at the honeymoon resort and she was excited about different things in the gift shop, and she's just picking them up and putting it in her purse. Like, okay, yeah, that's something I'd be like, I'm out, because now you're committing crimes and I don't necessarily want to be associated with you, because when you go down, if I'm with you, I'm going to take the fall a little bit too. If I'm not able to convince, law enforcement that I'm innocent. But yeah, said all that to say, Johnny, just give it some time. I know, of course, at the time of me uploading this, the show's probably already over and they've already made their decision as far as whether or not they're going to stay together. And Johnny and Bao are just a prime example of how important it is to give things time, let things breathe, and just go with the flow. If you're not seeing red flags, you're not seeing major character flaws, it's okay to, have like that moment of, oh, I don't know if that's going to work out. But then also giving it time, like, okay, let's see how this plays out. Bao was ready to write him off because she felt like he was going to be a certain type of person because she thought he was a diehard sports fan. She gets down the aisle, realizes that she knows Johnny from college, and she's thinking, oh, no, this person has a versatile personality. He's very brilliant. He's very intelligent. He is someone that I was attracted to in the past. This will work. But what if she didn't take that time to just say, let's see how this plays out. Let's get down the aisle. Like, they would not be together, or they would not have gotten married. So, takeaways from this. Just don't let someone else's preferences and what gets them going morph you into a totally different person, to where you wake up one day and you don't even recognize yourself because you have changed so much to try to fit this mold of what they think is a perfect person. And just being honest, I would rather be with someone, I'll say it this way since I'm already married. I would prefer that my husband expresses joy in a childlike and giddy way, because then I know for sure he's excited about this. He really enjoys this. This is a great experience for him. Than for me to have to be questioning, okay, are you enjoying this? Is this a good experience? Was it a good idea for us to vacation here? Did you really have a good day at work? Did you really enjoy this project that you just completed with this particular artist that you said you were looking forward to working with? Because he's just like void of emotion and incredibly serious in an effort to maybe come across as mature. Yeah, like if you find something in life that you enjoy and that you're passionate about and it makes you feel great, like why not be enthusiastic about that? So I'm hoping that as we continue on with this season that, Johnny can adjust and Bao will adjust as well. And they'll just continue to give each other time and ideally some more grace, because they're not complete strangers, but they knew each other in a previous life stage. And so how they might have seen each other back then might not be the same now. Not too many people remain the same after decades, or at least one decade has passed by. So that's all I have to say about that. Never let anyone's preferences or deal breakers chip away at you to the point where you're no longer the same person because you're trying to be somebody you're not to match what they think that they want. Well, if you have enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a future post. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.